In Oklahoma City, the talk of the so-called NBA Finals preview round 2 is the talk of the town. In Miami, if it's not even the biggest story, it's page 2. Hi, I'm Mike Sherman, and we're going Thunder Cover with the Oklahomans Thunder beat writer Darnell Mayberry. Thunder Cover is driven by Byford Buick GMC. Nobody treats you better than Byford. Darnell joins us by phone from his swank South Beach Hotel in Miami. We're here tonight, Wednesday night. He'll cover the Heat Thunder game. Darnell, how's the view?
The view is not what it's cracked up to be. I'm in an airport hotel, and I got American Airlines planes flying over my window every 5 seconds. So I haven't even seen the beach since I've been here. I've been working too hard, but I don't want to complain. It should be a fun game tonight.
Darnell, it seems like the game, which is a huge deal here in Oklahoma City, is actually an afterthought. The two main media outlets covering the Heat, one of them barely even mentioned tonight's Thunder game in their account of the Tuesday Heat win over the Sixers, and that was even in passing. There's the small matter of the opening of Miami's new baseball park and the world champion Cardinals coming to town. This game is on ESPN2, not ESPN Maine, although it's locally broadcast by Fox Sports Southwest. How big a deal is Heat Thunder tonight?
Oh, it's still a big deal. You have to consider that the two leading candidates for MVP, Kevin Durant and LeBron James, are battling it out in a head-to-head matchup. And for the Thunder, every game from here out is vital to maintain the top seed in the West and stay alive for the top seed overall, which brings home court advantage to the playoffs. So I think this is still a big, big deal. A lot's on the line tonight for both teams, and I think they're going to play like it because they know it.
Darnell, but considering all that's going on in Miami, could the Thunder have picked a better time to sneak into South Beach and try to get a win? I mean, the Heat has the best home record in the NBA, 21-1, and the city's passion seems to be at the Marlins Park.
It doesn't seem like there's any good time to win in this building down here. The Heat has won 16 straight at home, and they haven't lost since January 22nd. So the Thunder, they don't seem like they have much of a chance tonight on paper. But you have to remember that they won down here last year, and I think they can do it again. They also caught a little bit of a break, a big break, I should say. Dwayne Wade missed Tuesday's game against Philly with a knee injury, and he's questionable tonight with the same injury. So, we know that the Heat, and specifically LeBron James, often plays better without Wade, but the Thunder has more firepower than most, and I'm not so sure Miami will be able to keep up if Wade can't go.
Okay, Darnell, the Thunder ended a 6-game winning streak on Monday night with that loss to Memphis. What's the takeaway from that game?
Well, I think it's the same thing that most Thunder losses have told us, and that's that Oklahoma City needs to take care of the ball and get defensive rebounds. The Grizzlies really capitalized on the Thunder's 18 turnovers, turning on the 23 transition points, and then the offensive rebounds that the Grizzlies got. They really beat up the Thunder on the boards and got second chance points and easy putback opportunities. So, I think we always knew that the Grizzlies Thunder series from last year was a real competitive one, and it's a tough matchup for the Thunder. That really didn't change anything. We knew that the Grizzlies were a tough matchup for the Thunder, but they've got to find a way to take care of the basketball and get rebounds. When they do that and they get out in transition and score, they're hard to beat. When they don't, it's hard for them to score, as we saw in that game, 88 points, 4 more than a season low. So, it's a struggle, and they really got to figure out a way to get those two things cleaned up.
Your game story on the Memphis game raised the question that really sort of hangs in the air again tonight, which is, will pace be a problem? Of course, you can't run if you don't have the ball. The Thunder didn't do a great job on the defensive boards and really played at the Memphis Grizzlies' pace. Do you see that sort of hanging in the air again tonight?
It could. Miami is one of the better teams defensively in the league, and if they come out and really put the clamps on the Thunder, it could be a struggle to really score in transition. But I think the Thunder really figured out how to score even in the half court against the Heat, using their big man, Kevin Durant, making pocket passes to Serge Ibaka, and Serge Ibaka or Kendrick Perkins feeding each other with more passes, big to big. So if they continue to move the ball like that, like they did 9 days ago in that Heat game in Oklahoma City, I think they're going to find success against the Heat defense in the half court even.
Finally, Darnell, the sidebar to this game, of course, is the MVP race. And as your story today on News OK and in the Oklahoman illustrates, There's growing sentiment that Kevin Durant is a leading candidate. Kevin Love, who's the hottest player going, and last year's MVP, Derrick Rose, gave him their endorsement in the last few days. And when you looked at the stats that you put together, really Kevin Durant seems to rate an edge over LeBron James. How much will this game determine that race?
You know, I think it could sway a lot of votes, just like the game in Oklahoma City did. Kevin Durant absolutely dominated LeBron James on both ends in that game, outscored him, had more rebounds, and it had more assists, which is a shocking thing. So if Kevin Durant can do that again in LeBron James's backyard, I think it's going to turn a lot of heads, especially in a nationally televised game on ESPN2. You're going to have a lot of analysts watching this game and paying close attention to those two in particular to see how Kevin Durant matches up with LeBron James. And if he wins tonight in the head-to-head matchup, I think the MVP race at this point is Kevin Durant's to lose.
Thanks, Darnell. You try to get close to the water and get you a sandwich for lunch today. That's all for this edition of Thunder Cover with Darnell Mayberry. Thunder Cover is driven by Byford Buick GMC. Nobody treats you better than Byford.